All right, guys, Norris Digital Assets is dead. The channel's dead, and we're moving on. Just kidding with you guys. Norris Digital Assets is not going anywhere. We are, in this video, we are going to double down on why we are bullish, why this is a bull market, why we will not circumvent the Elliott wave theory 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will cover the RSI, how we are at a level on the daily RSI that we've only seen about 3 times in the history of Bitcoin, how we are in extremely oversold conditions, why we are completing wave 4 to get on with wave 5. We will break all that down. Thank you to all the supporters. I love you guys. Thank you to everyone watching the channel so far since this started. And we will double down and I will show you why I still believe that when we complete this wave 4, we will be moving on to greener pastures because wave 5 will happen. It has not happened yet and it will happen. So put your patience seatbelt on and remain patient. What is up, guys? Norris Digital Assets coming at you with another video. This video is going to be on Bitcoin and the market. And I'm sure there are a lot of people thinking, what is this guy going to say today? What is Norris Digital Assets going to say today? We're going to get right into that. Bitcoin down to 34,731. And I said in my last video, if we are doing something where we are 35,000, 38, 35, 38, we are bouncing in that range. We would start to look at a bearish scenario where we are going down in price, possibly down to 28K, which is possible in the cards. But let me tell you overall why I remain very bullish from this drawing I have been putting out for months now. I've had this drawing here, and I've been talking about a zoomed out picture, okay? So I'm going to explain some things and break some things down to show you why I think the crypto market overall is still very bullish. Crypto is still here to stay. Bitcoin will still go up in price and make a major run. Crypto is not dead by any means. It is the emotions talking right now. And also, I believe this is going to be, believe it or not, this is going to be one of the best videos I have ever released. And I'm going to show you why using my drawing. Number one, I do not see, I've been talking about this wave 5 that has never happened for a while now. The only difference here is at one point I have had the 4 over here where it was a quick, possibly a quick 4, and we were starting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 5. I also said, though, that Credible Crypto had his 4 that we were trying to complete our 4, and that is his drawings lately. That we haven't completed a 4 yet, and I said in a video weeks ago, I was definitely open to that possibility that the 4 has not completed yet for the start of 5. That is now what I think is happening now that we have more data. But here is the good news, guys. I do not see at any point in time, even though Bitcoin has come down below that last lower low, that support level I was talking about, I do not see the Elliott wave theory being defeated and just not working. When you zoom out, I see the Elliott wave theory being correct. So let's talk about this. If we zoom in, check this out. This is where it gets really good, okay? So let's zoom in here. Why? Because look, okay? We have different versions of ABC corrections. The way this 4 here, when I was talking about this 4, the reason I believe that this could be off is this short time frame, and I believe I covered this weeks and weeks ago. If you actually measure this out, it's only around 105 days from the top of the 3 to the bottom of the 4, if that was the 4 this summer at 28K, only around 100 days. But if you compare that, and I've said that in an old video, that I believe that was short, too short almost for that to be the 4, and that was why I was open to it, because if you look at these other movements here, you're around 200 days here, And you know, this movement here, wave 1 to 2, you're around 250 days, 260 days, somewhere in there. And so this was a very short time frame. So it would make more sense that we are now trying to find the bottom of the 4, which is what Credible Crypto has been showing all along. And why this makes sense is this is an ABC correction. And why have I said this whole time, we're in a bull market, in a bull run, and it's a corrective phase. Well, look at this. And if we look at the 2017 bull run here, you have your Elliott wave, and I've been showing this for a long time of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then the massive bear market there, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the massive bear market at some point that will stretch out and be a real bear market where you need to do an A, B, C, come down to start your larger wave, 5 waves over again. But we have not. This wave 5 has never happened. It hasn't happened. Regardless, like I said, whether the 4 was here and we were coming up 1, 2, we would still need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 5. So at any rate, 5 was not complete. It was either partially started or not started at all. I am going with what Credible Crypto is saying here. This running flat, if we take a look here, 3 types of flats. It is somewhat irregular, and I believe that is what threw me off a little bit, but you have this irregular where you go A, B comes a little higher, see the arrow, B comes a little higher than the 3 where you were, or whatever wave it is, and C can come lower than A. Hopefully it doesn't have to, but there's the regular, the irregular or expanded, and the running. We are real close to being a running flat because we just, if we zoom back in here, let's take a closer look. When we came up, we went right here, a little bit higher than the 3. Here's the 3, and we went just a touch higher than it. So it's slightly irregular, but A, B, C, flat, okay? Like the diagram I was just showing. So a running flat, an A, B, C. It is slightly irregular, like I was just saying. So at some point, I do see we will get the 5th wave. I don't see how you can just throw the 5th wave out, how you're just gonna come down here and then you're just gonna bounce around in here and maybe roll lower. I don't see that at all. I see it following an Elliott wave theory, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is why we are in the bull run until we get to the 5th wave, whether that is 120,000, 150,000, up to the 2272, 200,000, all the way up to 240,000 on this 5th wave. I expected this 5th wave to come sooner than that though. Okay, so that is my overall look on Bitcoin here. Let's erase a couple of these drawings here. So Credible Crypto here, he has it actually drawn out here where this is the bottom of 4, that we are trying to complete the bottom of 4 now. So you have this A, B, C. You're trying to find that support there and start that 5th wave. The other thing I will say is obviously there's a lot of worry, fear in the market. A lot of people very concerned. A lot of people, Twitter has gone extremely bearish. I haven't seen this in a while. People are claiming that they lost everything, yada, 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 because of YouTube and influencers and different crypto influencers on Twitter. Number one, they're unrealized profits and unrealized gains until you actually sell them. So no one is forcing you to sell your crypto. Personally, I am holding all of my coins. I'm holding all of my coins from everything from Algorand, HBAR, Curve. Yesterday I bought more Curve, I bought more VeChain, and I bought more StormX yesterday on a major discount. Still could go lower, obviously. But Credible Crypto here saying the 32 to 34 region that we are now entering on BTC is the last region of support from which we need to bounce is the run. If the running flat idea from below is to remain valid, I personally think it will hold. We will know soon enough. I believe this guy is actually wiser than people give him credit for. They're actually just attacking him on Twitter left and right. And I'm sure I'll hear a little bit of that in the comments below, which is fine, no problem at all. I remain optimistic overall because of what I'm showing here. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Elliott wave theory, okay? And I have more stuff to show here that is bullish, so stick around because there's some other stuff that I do like here. But basically, the running flat idea that I just showed, the running flat where you're going to A, B, C, find the bottom of that 4. We're trying to put the bottom of the 4 in, okay? Will that be at, will we need to go down to 28K to get that? Will we need to go down to 30K? Will we find it in that 32, 34K area like Credible Crypto saying? I don't know. But this whole drawing is why I've always said and believed we are in a bull market still, okay? So buy the blood personally is what I'm doing. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm just being very patient. I would say my portfolio is probably larger than a majority of people out there. So obviously I'm holding my coins. Obviously I am down very large sums of money. I'm not sitting here saying I lost all my money. I was following influencers online and I lost all my money. No, I am holding my coins and I am down probably a lot more than a lot of other people, okay? So let's look at a couple metrics here. I got some stuff that I really like the look of here, okay? So number one, we're gonna click daily. Then we are gonna click onto the RSI and check this out here, okay? Where are we at on the RSI? We are right here, okay? At 20, okay? If we look here, what is the relative strength index? It's a momentum indicator used in TA. Measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought or oversold conditions. If we go down here, an RSI reading of 30 or below indicates an oversold or undervalued condition. Below 30, okay? This is crypto. Let's take a look here. Again, we are at 20. Now, if we zoom here and we're looking at the daily, okay, we have only come below this line a couple times in the history of Bitcoin, okay? If we take a look here, let's take a look. So when we are way below this line, this is November 2018, possibly one of the worst times ever in the market. You find that bottom and then look where it goes up here, okay? We came below it here. This is March 2020, the Corona dump, when coronavirus was coming out in March 2020, and the market was, Bitcoin was going to go down to 20,000. It was going to go down to $10,000. The market was dead. It was going to crash. What did it do after March 2020, after the Corona dump? It went on a massive run. Let's look back a little further here. We have this point here where we dropped well below this line of 20. And this is September 2014. Ethereum didn't even exist yet. Ethereum was not released to the market yet. So the entire crypto market was just Bitcoin, okay? So if we look around, other than that, on the daily RSI, where do you see where you are falling well below this 20 line where we are at now? You don't. The relative strength index, the oversold conditions on the daily are at levels, this 20 here, that we haven't seen. We've only seen a few times below 20. There's just a handful of times in the history of Bitcoin, okay? Let that sink in. Now, let's go to, I want to go to the monthly really quick. We have some days left here, not on the RSI, but we have some days left here before January is over, before we get the monthly close. I need to erase a couple drawings here. So we have some time in January before we get the close here. Yes, we have come below the 20 EMA on the monthly, which is pretty rare, which closing below this 20 EMA can signal a bearish conditions, a bear market. But like I said, we are trying to find that bottom of wave 4 to start wave 5. Wave 5 has not happened and it is not completed. Like I said, Credible Crypto with the same exact thing here. If you open this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. We are doing the ABC correction. 4 is a downtrend, 2 is a down, 4 is down, okay? We are trying to do an ABC running flat. Find some support and get a bounce to do the 5th wave, which I believe will come at some point in time, okay? We do have some time to get to possibly find a bottom, get a little bit of movement. Let's see, where is the 20 EMA exactly? That'll tell us something. Let's come over here. The 20 EMA, $37,297, okay? That we have some time in January to still come above and close right on the 20 EMA, try to hold some support. But at any rate, that is how I am seeing Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly really quick, reset the chart. Stock RSI in the floor down here. Can it stay in the floor for a little while longer? Yes. My plan right now, I'm just going to hold all my coins and wait for this running flat to end. This A, B, C running flat to get ready for that next movement up. That is the plan for me. So let me know what you think below in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. Thank you for all the comments in the last video. I did not necessarily see us going to 35, 38, 35, 38, where we could end up rolling possibly down to 28, which is part of this running flat. But it is a corrective phase of a bull market because this is the ABC of wave 4. It is the larger wave 4 to get the start to wave 5, our next movement. That's going to be it for this video, guys. We will catch you in the next video. See ya.